Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, welcome back. We're continuing Nameless, One Orc's Saga, a custom campaign for Warcraft 3. And we've picked up Joseph, he's joined our squad. His family was killed by the divinity, the clergyman, so we're out for revenge. I can have 4 people in my party. I've traded out Agrival in order to bring along Joseph. He's got some personal stakes in this, as does Sigismund, and we can't trade out Nameless. So it's really between Brun or... I think Brun is better single target, plus he's got the stun, compared to Agrival, who has the opportunity to deal a lot more damage with the skull, but it's random, so that's why I kind of prefer this group. Upon making my way here, I have found that using Mutilate at all crashes the game. So this is just it's an AoE damage debuff that you apply to an enemy, and then everything around that enemy receives a damage debuff, which is really good, but unfortunately we just can't use it. Which also means that Judgment is not going to be quite as good, because it activates damage based on the amount of debuffs that are applied by Joseph. So that's just 1 fewer. So we stack the interrogation buff. We can put on Burden of Guilt and then use Judgment, and that's kind of our maximum spell damage output from Joseph. In retrospect, maybe I should go back and just change out what I'm using. Just because this guy's got a spell that he just outright can't use. But I mean, his straight up stun and his damage potential is really good regardless. So I think I'm fine with keeping him. And again, story specific, it kind of makes sense that he's coming with us here. It just really comes down between Brun and Agrival on which one we were going to take. And I think both are fine. And we've already made it this far, so let's continue. Now, I did get a level on Brun, and I went ahead and leveled up Brew Bomb, because it's an extra 30 damage. That's pretty good for these spells. Okay, this is open now, so let's go ahead and save and get in there. Actually, let's activate the Resurrection Stone. I think it technically is already active. That's our active Resurrection Stone right now. Okay, so let's go. And Sigismund is just, he's too, you need the healing. You need some healing in your party. You don't really have a healing alternative, so we've got to go with this Sigismund just straight up. There's no choice. Okay, so shocking that the hedge wizards are working with the clergyman. So we just got to break these barricades. I'm going to jump in the back here and then just go straight for this guy. And in fact, I'm going to stun him as well. Just hit him with all of my spells currently. Activate Inner Focus. Let's get Sigismund in here. Throw the armor on him. The reason that I want to level up Divine Anointment is less because of the healing. I mean, that'll be good. That's like a bonus, but I think it's really about the extra armor. You get 1 extra armor for that, so you could tank just a little bit better. So that should be really, really helpful. And we've got some decent consumables on our heroes. Nothing crazy, but we've got a lot of extra space as well. But I didn't have that much money when we were back in town last, so I didn't buy much else. Let's see. Okay. I was gonna say, sometimes the ranged bandits have shadow meld. Let's turn this off. Link to the back. We've got to get on top of this guy right here, and in fact, just stun him. We have to kill the clergyman first, unfortunately. So we can at least focus on him before he heals up too much health from the other units. So we've got these double stuns, so we should go for it. Sigismund's mana is probably the one thing that's a problem. I mean, the one bonus we had from Agrival was putting on that buff on Sigismund so he attacked faster, which would mean that our health would regenerate faster. But again, I think the single target damage from Brun is better just because of incendiary rounds. I think that's really, really solid over time. Let's check up here real quick. What do you need? Nope, nothing special down there. We're making good progress, though. It definitely feels like we're in the last section of the map because we're trying to hunt down Wolfgang. Alright. And then another group like this. What I can try to do is just use Brun. There we go. I was gonna say, if we can lure this whole group to us without the hedge wizard, and then we just jump back here. Let's go ahead and heal Joseph because he's getting focused down. Okay, never mind. There he goes. Okay, so he's healing himself. That's fine. Let's jump to the back here. Stun him so that he stops casting whatever he's casting. And let's go ahead and put Joseph in Penance. We can double heal him, actually. He's going to get focused down, but he can take it because he's Penanced currently. And then Brun stuns somebody. I've leveled up the I leveled up the Brew Bomb, and I haven't used it, but it's a good amount of mana to use. Oh, okay, here we go. So we're going to go Divine Anointment without a doubt. Barely using Aegis of the Archangel. In retrospect, maybe I just shouldn't have put any points into that at all.
By my honor, War Chief.
Because that would mean that we'd have gotten level 2 Penance as well. See, this is what I was talking about just in terms of leveling up heroes and how I treat RPGs. Like Joseph, when we got him, he had a point in everything. But in terms of like Nameless, Sigismund, and Brun, well, Brun I've done it. It's just, you know, you're going to get level 2 in everything as opposed to only getting level 2 in two different skills. I don't know. It depends on the variety of the skills on what is worthwhile, I suppose. Top over here. Very nice. We could stun this one too. I mean, the nice thing with this makeup is we have 3 different stuns, and they're all fairly mana efficient as well. So Joseph, if I had the option to go back, I would not have gotten level 2 Judgment because we can't use a spell that benefits Judgment. I would have just put the point into Interrogation so that he had that stack, and he'd be attacking 10 times faster, which is obviously solid. But that's okay. That's fine. Ooh, what do we got? Flask of Aged Rum. I forget what that does. Let's just pick it up. Increases the hero's damage, but also causes them to occasionally miss. That might be best for Brun, because he's agility, so if he's missing, that's really not, at the end of the day, that big of a deal, because, I mean, he attacks faster, so the amount of misses, I guess, is less important. Or I guess that means he has the chance to miss more often as well. I don't know. You could justify it a couple of different ways, but I think that makes more sense with Brun, because he's our auto attack master right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and break the rock chunks. Like, we wouldn't want to use that on Sigismund because we don't want him missing at all, because every time an attack connects, we get armor, and that's very important. Again, we've got all these like cosmetic barricades and rocks and stuff, but really not many pickups at all. Of course there are going to be zombies. There are always zombies, 100% of the time, every time. Let's go ahead and draw these in, and we can brew bomb them. There we go. Yeah, that seems pretty significant. We could throw down a double stun. We technically have 4 stuns if we use them correctly, because, I kind of view Namelesses as more of an interrupt, more than like an interrupt and an escape, whereas the other 2, from Brun and Joseph, are just like straight up great stuns. And Joseph's actually is multi-purpose because it causes other enemies around them to attack them. So we could use that to actually initiate fights before anything's aggroed on us. So, like, for example, we do it like that. Then we move in. We blink back on top of him, we turn on inner focus, and we finish him up. And let's stun this guy who's ganging up on Nameless. There we go, just like that. That seems like a great way to initiate fights, because if they're already focused on you, then I feel like making one of their allies hostile is not necessarily going to change their focus. They're still going to be trying to attack you regardless. Oh god, I have inner focus on. Looks as though they've anticipated our arrival. Damn it, how can we get through? Go kill 10 boars, and then the blacksmith will trade you some explosives. Wait. Look, in the bandits' camp. Oh, please let me turn off inner focus. It's the one time I remembered to do it, but now I'm in a cutscene. We're just draining mana in the cutscene. If we can get a hold of one of those catapults, we could probably smash these rocks apart. Oh, is that the guy? Maybe that's the guy. That's the militia guy's buddy, maybe. Or maybe that's just an evil peasant. I don't know. A solid idea, but how do you suggest one of us gets there in the first place? You underestimate me, Sigismund. I mean, he can blink. He can blink across stuff. Oh, it doesn't even. For this portion of the quest, only Nameless may move ahead, thanks to not-so-trivial pursuit. Use him to kill a catapult operator and gain control of the catapults. Be wary of falling rocks. Okay. Well, it was nice enough to have turned off inner focus for me. I appreciate that, game.
Do not fear.
Okay, so there was no other path to take, right? This looks like it, so... We hop over here. Oh. I see. I wonder how much damage these actually would do. So we got like a little movement puzzle slash challenge here. Nothing crazy. Let's hop over here. Might as well inner focus at this point. What do I have? I have a healing pot on him. That's good. Again, I'm seeing the proc on the extra damage. I just don't... I don't know. I don't like an ability that's constantly draining mana that only provides a chance for a benefit. I don't know. I don't like that at all. I guess the like, 25% chance to dodge enemy attacks. That's like evasion, except evasion is a passive. And it costs nothing. Break the crates. Maybe we should have given him the T before we came across here. He's going to probably need the mana in the grand scheme. Or we just don't use inner focus anymore. I wonder if it's like instant death. I should have just gone. I wonder, it'd be funny if it was like instant death if you got hit by one of the rocks. It's not particularly challenging to avoid them, but still. Let's get in the middle of them and spin. So that at least decreases armor significantly, so he's taking a huge amount of extra damage for now. I don't know how long that lasts. 12 seconds. Okay, well that's solid. I'll take it. Again, it's like the mana cost is prohibitive with Nameless because his mana regen's pretty darn bad. What? Oh, that. Okay, so they're gonna respawn. Let's go ahead and stun this one. They just respawn right on top of us. Let's go ahead and Judgment and see if that's gonna do anything for us. I guess. Hey, can we just kill this guy, please? There we go. Okay, so that should keep these guys dead for a while. No point in killing those guys, I guess. Unless, nope, nothing. There's never anything. I just feel like a lot of these crates just shouldn't even be there. Just use these types of doodads. It'll be fine. Let's activate this, by the way.
For the light.
For the light. Okay, so let's see if we can get to the catapult operator. Oh, they know we're here. Save. Let's, I was just thinking, like, maybe we don't need to kill these guys and we could run by them, but now let's do it. Let's make sure they're both debuffed at least. See, doing that combined with inner focus would be good, but again, the mana is pretty prohibitive, unfortunately. They take a lot more damage, though, with that negative armor. And that's not something I realized for a while, and, you know, it's the helpful commenters, as usual, that clued me in to realize that by making armor negative, it actually increases damage. Like, they take 25% more damage, whereas in, I think in StarCraft 2, that doesn't, like, I've had things where, like, you can reduce armor to, like, below a certain number, but it doesn't actually benefit you in some way. Or maybe it does, I don't know. But in any case, the point is, I've learned, and I think that's neat. So I guess I can kill these guys, and maybe these will stop shooting. It just said kill one of the catapult operators. Oh, I guess, wow, okay, well, that also gave it, like, Mondo range, too.
I am here.
Okay, so we're in.
Right, War Chief.
I think that stopped all of them from shooting as well.
Finally.
Okay, very nice.
Let none survive.
So let's just right-click everybody up here and try to get down here. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Just try to get them over here before anything respawns. Yeah, there's something with, like, maybe there's, like, an invisible wall. There's something with the pathing where when I right-click, they try to turn around and go a different way, but there's no other path that they could take.
For the light. Very wise.
Oh, it's because of the barricades. I didn't destroy them.
Right.
Whoops. I blinked past them with Nameless.
We're under attack.
Yeah, just go. I don't... it's fine. If we stop to kill this guy, that's just going to give more time for the other ones to respawn, etc., etc. So we're just going to go. Brun, break the barrel.
Very wise.
I knew there would be nothing in it,
Right.
but it's fine. The thing is, very, very rarely, there is something in one of those crates or barrels.
For the light.
It's just really, really rare, so... Oh, well. Okay, cool. So I am going to... Burden of Guilt the Priest, and he should be guilty, because he's a piece of shit. Then finish him up here. That did not last as long as I would have liked it to, that's for sure. Blink back here. Just stick on him like white on rice. He can only heal himself or this guy, so...
The light is with
Perfect. Okay, focus fire. And then I think... Oh, no. I thought, like, we have something where, like, when they die, they explode. Is that... It looks like that's what's happening. I don't know. I thought we had something like that, but I guess not. And it kind of looks like that's what's happening, but maybe it's just visual. Man, for bandits, why do they have so many catapults? How do they afford this stuff? Nah, dog. Do you see that little guy trying to get to us? Oh gosh, there's another... What's going on here? Nothing. Okay. There's another closed door. Great. Okay, let's kill this patrol. Ooh, that's not good. See if we can Burden of Guilt this guy in the back. See that? It's not going to change. It's not going to turn... Oh! Ooh! But it applies the slow debuff aura to all of these guys. Actually, this is not bad. This is great. Let's go ahead and throw down a stun on the back here. That stun lasts quite a while.
Is there danger?
Let's go ahead and throw down some debuffs on each of these. And then we can Judgment. Blink back here. Sigismund, heal yourself. Focus fire. Stun this one because he's bloodlusted. And I'm not using like any of my consumables. I probably should. I don't think we need a Burden of Guilt right here. We can just kill this guy. He's still bloodlusted though. And these poor catapult operators getting roasted. Okay, so let's. You know what we gotta do. We gotta break all this stuff, even though there'll be nothing in. Oh, a tea leaf. My God, it's happened. So that's just straight up mana. That's cool. Again, we want to probably just stack any and all mana stuff on Sigismund. I also still have this Hex, which I barely am using. Again, a lot of the... unfortunately, a lot of the items are not that good, and that's because there were supposed to be multiple missions to this campaign, and instead we just got the prologue and one mission. So, it's a bit of a bummer. When we're all done, I'll give you the... I have an idea in my head for what I would have loved to see for, like, the story of this campaign that we never got. Seems like it could be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and just use Inner Focus. Yeah, look how long that stun lasts. That's great. Kill this guy. I'm trying to think, like, if we would have brought Agravol, I think it would have been the same. Like, the outcome would have been the same, ultimately. I don't think they're, like, either of these is necessarily way better than the other. I didn't even check to see if that bottom left door was attackable, but I'm going to assume no. Oh, hello. Bandit Horseman. So let's go ahead and use your burden. Never mind. It did nothing. Why don't we just penance here? And just stun this guy before he does any more damage. How about that? And then we can finish him up while he's stunned. Okay, well that wasn't ideal, but it's fine. We got him away from his ranged units. See, I think a lot of these have Shadow Fade, or isn't that what it's called? Shadow Fade?
Shall not falter.
Okay, and he's got a nice buff on him. Let's Penance. Not Penance. Let's Judgment. I don't know. I don't think that was not worth me taking that skill. Let's just stun this guy real quick. Pew pew. Yeah, they have Shockwave, so that's kind of a bummer. It's going to do a lot of extra damage to us that we can't necessarily afford to heal. We're getting some mana back from Sigismund by just him attacking the tent, though. The thing is, Sigismund is so crucial in healing both health and mana. You regenerate both of them. That's just so important. Okay, Mountain Yeti. Sure. Didn't we kill a Mountain Yeti in, like, there was like a way earlier side quest for this, wasn't there? Alright, who's down here? I'm gonna do this. Where's Joseph?
Strength. A sound plan.
Oh yeah. Then get in there. What I like about doing that is the fact that it then applies the slow debuff to the rest of them. That's just great.
We shall not falter. Justice shall.
And then, like, I guess I wasn't close enough. That's why I don't know how. Like, if they just have to be within the green area or not. It looks like it's Flame Strike that is failing to cast. It's not that I'm moving him and canceling it. That's just the way the spell looks. It's just the green. There's not supposed to be like a different effect to it. Another tea leaf coming in hot. All right, Sigismund's all full up. I guess what I should have done was taken the items that I had on what's-his-name and given them to other what's-his-name.
Time to go. I'll take care of it.
See, I can't tell. Again, the game feels like it's just running slower. Like it's, maybe like it's lagging. I can't really tell. Like, I don't think I'm running at a lower, like it's running at a lower frame rate. It just seems like everything is just slower, you know? And I said that from the prologue mission. And I don't know if that's the way the campaign is supposed to be, or because there's something going on. Definitely getting some occasional lag here. Now things seem a little bit, yeah, back to normal. Maybe it's that slow aura, like as it's checking the area to like how like to cast it. It's for some reason it's, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. Who knows? Okay, well we've made it all the way down and around past the door. Okay, naturally there were zombies. Okay, let's back up here. I'd love to kill. I'd love to. Yeah, we have to focus the clergyman. They do so much damage. Let's go ahead and stun this guy next. Let's get a brew bomb in here. There we go. I was thinking like, oh, I should spin. I should try spinning. That's a neat trick. Except it was too late. It's fine. I actually quite like this. The combat definitely feels a little more different than typical Warcraft 3. The spells don't feel nearly as impactful, but like why not use them? Because like why wouldn't you? I guess. Oh, okay. You know what? If you don't want to engage, that's fine with me. Got the hot penance going on. You know what? Use Aegis. Just do it. It didn't work. It just didn't work.
I'm here to help. I am here.
What the heck is happening here? Yeah, I just wish I never took that in the first place, but that's all right. That's all right. And Joseph is agility, so he doesn't have that much HP. He's not what you'd expect from Arthas. So therefore, he's not. You don't want to like keep him sitting right there in the front line. Let's lead with this, because if there are any invisible, there are not. I was gonna say if there are any invisible fellas back there, but again, there were not, so it's all good. Man, I'd love to use Mutilate. It's all right. That's just it happens. It's an older campaign. I could have played this on an older version. Honestly, going and picking up another version of 1.31 was as much versioning as I'm willing to handle. I'm lazy. I'm not gonna like go and get a bunch of different versions of the game. What a pain in the ass that would be. I got the bare minimum to play what I want to play, but occasionally we're gonna run into problems. And how do I even know that versioning would fix the problem? I don't. Let's do the same thing. Go ahead and get this guy. Can even stun him. What's funny is I could just wait and just do it again. I won't. I'm just saying I could. Let's get right here in the middle and decrease all the armor. That'll be really good with bosses. Again, stacking with Brun's just auto-attacking, as well as Joseph's auto-attacking. And I chose not to take Agrawal for like the intelligence hero, but it's not like we're picking up a bunch of different items or anything that would benefit different heroes. That's the only thing, is I wish there were more like side quests that actually gave you something worthwhile. It's like even the consumables, kind of hard to feel like they're actually valuable. We're very close. We have to be right at the end. Like, look at where we're at. We're very close. My issue is mana. So like I may want to.
Justice shall be done.
I may just want to be really, really careful. I thought he was supposed to be stunned, but I guess not. Actually, this is good. If he's going to sit back there, then we can kill these guys separately. And I think I'm just going to avoid using much mana at this point. We can use the tea leaves in between combat. And we'll use penance to be as mana efficient as possible.
The light is with us.
Yeah, and then we'll just give Sigismund the tea leaves. I don't think we have any hot tea left. Yeah, we do. We have 2 hot teas. Don't we have another one? Or did we use 2? No, I have 2. Or I have 1, excuse me. I used the other one. But we have 2 tea leaves. I don't think there's anywhere that we could get hot spring water without going back to base. So that's a bit of a bummer, but that's alright. These guys do virtually no damage, but they heal for a boatload. So that's why you need to focus on them, because the amount that they heal is significant. It really elongates the fights if you leave them alive. On the plus side, I guess having Sigismund attack the tents does give us mana, because it's technically enemy buildings. Yeah, it does. I'm pretty sure it's super effective, you know? And we'll just give them the tea leaves before we get to the very end, I guess. By the way, let's quick save. Oh, okay. And I think, yeah, at this point, I mean, Joseph's mana comes back pretty quick, or maybe it's just his skills don't cost that much mana. Oh, well, we can't even use one of his skills, so there's that. So let's just take these one at a time and gang up on them, and that way we can just conserve our mana, because it looks like we're just about at the end of where we want to be. Namely this. It'd be nice if we could open the door to cut through and get back to town. Again, some sort of fast travel system. Well, not fast travel per se. Well, I don't know. Maybe traveling between the resurrection stones. I'm not a huge fan of fast travel systems. This is like a whole different topic. But like, I tend to enjoy having to grind and travel through the areas. It makes it feel a little more immersive in that way. But it depends, because if it's really irritating and grindy to get through, you know, then okay, please add a fast travel system. But like original Dark Souls, for example, I think that game was way better up to Anor Londo. At which point the fast travel system pops up, and then, you know, I don't quite like it as much. All right, this is a bummer. This is a big bummer.
Shall not falter.
Okay. Joseph, run. Oh, what? Wait. Okay, I did recently quick save. I think we're gonna have to like flee here. Did he just disappear? Did you see that? He just disappeared into thin air. This is way too much. Let's just reload. We saved very recently, but the way that when you round that corner, the opportunity is there to pull in so many different enemies. Oh, and I forgot, it crashes every time you load. And again, this is probably just an old version, new version thing, but whatever. Oh, well. Okay, let's try this again. That guy has not respawned, or maybe he... I don't know, maybe it just has to do with the way that we've reloaded. But let's just use Brun and just gently pull enemies to us, because, again, that was a nightmare.
I'll take care of it.
So let's see how we want to do this.
Fire! Time to go. I'll take care of it.
Just like one at a time.
Aye.
There we go. This two is fine. But we don't want to get too close to that door, because that's going to draw both of those enemies to us. And it looked like... I'm not sure how they got to us. I doubt they ran all the way around.
Do not fear.
Okay, jump to the back. Let's go ahead and use the bomb. Let's stun the main guy here. Heal Joseph. Let's focus fire here and then jump back this way. Focus on the bandit. You can also judgment and see if that does anything for us. I don't even know why I bothered, to be honest. I think that spell's just worthless, and I threw a point into it for nothing. Joseph's just a physical damage dealer at this point, just because I can't stack the buffs to the degree I'd like to. Let's just... Yeah, see, there they go. Oh, it's not that they could cut through that wall, but they could cut through that wall. Now they're leashing penance here. Heal yourself. Just when I thought we had Sigismund's mana back in a good spot, but, you know how it goes. Okay, so if we can avoid having to deal with those guys, we got to get through here before a bunch of stuff respawns. If he wants to try to come all the way around to get to us, that's fine. He's not going to be able to get around until he leashes. I just saved, so let's now dive into this combat here and see. It looks like because we killed this group, we won't have guys just like flooding on top of us. There were zombies too. Where did those even come? Where did those... Oh, well, that's where they came from. I was going to say, where did those come from? There's our answer. And like, I'm happy to just let Brun's health come back naturally, so that we don't have to use any more mana on Sigismund, which is at a real premium.
I'll consider it.
Ooh, is this that might be the guy. Thank the heavens and curse them. It's too late for me. Listen, they put one of those charms in the cage with me. They suck the life from you. The bandits. They're using them. Leave while you can. Quickly. Arrgh. No! Captured militiamen! No! Ah! Skeletons! Well, that's just upsetting. Oh, several skeletons. Alright, so we've got to go for this fella first. We're going to brew bomb back here. Let's go ahead and spin it. Shoot the brew bomb. I'm confident that you can handle Brun. I think Brun alone can probably... Well, let's use Joseph and Brun to finish these up. Okay, so we found that guy. And it is what I had hoped. It was just only triggerable later. War of Ideologies. Kill Wolfgang Leopold IV. And we've completed that quest. We don't even have to turn it in. An intricately crafted lantern. Undead within a small radius of the holder take 30 damage every 2 seconds. Well, that's wonderful. Let's give that to Joseph, because he's melee, and he's just going to be right in there. That's pretty cool. That's actually a very neat miscellaneous item, that's for sure. I think we're on the point of no return at this point. This looks like we're approaching the end. There's not much map left, so I assume this is going to be like an arena of some sort once we get down there. Okay, as usual, let's go ahead and start this with forcing them to fight each other. Okay, and then focus the Hedge Knight. This Bandit Horseman is no good, but that's okay. He's focused on Nameless right now, and we can kill his friends. Let's spin.
shall not falter.
What I can do, actually, is maybe just give, we can give Nameless the hot tea. One of, well, our last hot tea.
The light is with us.
I'm your shooter.
So let's do this. It's only 100 health and mana over. Yeah, it's not great, but it's fine. Oh, I didn't need to do that at all. There's a fountain right here. It's fine. Yeah, this definitely looks like we're at the end of some sorts. There's like a bandit camp there. Maybe we can hire some folks to help us. And a resurrection stone. So this is definitely the end. Is this active? I assume it is. Okay, here we go. Joseph, we're going to avenge your family. Wait, crates! Timber Hall. Those are both invulnerable. So he's got Frederick, Bandit Warlord, Dmitri Mackard, who we might want to kill first, and there's Wolfgang Leopold. Frederick's got way more HP, so he's kind of got, like, his little gang squad going here. Okay, so once again, let's save and see what this is going to be all about. Is there anything else? You know you boys got to check the crates. Okay, here we go. It is done, Wolfgang. You have no choice but to answer to us. Hardly, Sigismund. Even if I am to fail today, the heavens will strike you all down for your insolence. I haven't seen your heavens do that yet, you old cripple. Now tell me what I want to know about my imprisonment, and maybe we'll give you a quick death. I don't think you'll be killing anyone, Orc. You and your Templar friend have caused enough trouble with my men already. For that, I'll have your heads on pikes. Well, if they not come quietly... Right. Come on, and I'll bleed the answers from you both. All right. First target's going to be Caster Lord in the back. We're going to quick save. Oh, he's not even here. What if maybe we keep this guy stunned and then we just go for Leopold first? Unable to target heroes. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately Joseph is... I don't want to say he's worthless, but this is where we're at. So we're going to spin here. Yeah, again, he seems like he's the caster, so we should focus him before we even bother with Frederick, I think. Just going to throw this. The other boss fights were pretty lengthy, though, so I'm going to assume there's going to be more to this in some fashion. Let's turn off inner focus. Oh, yeah. I think we could probably just kill him. Just focus on him. Dude, come on. Okay, now kill the healers. Now stun this one. Just take... Oh, and these are technically undead. Like, they're all taking a ton of extra damage, so... Main hand staff, so we have to give that to Agrawal.
I stand for the light.
Already carrying a weapon. So how are we supposed to give this to him, I wonder?
I am here.
Okay, heal here. Let's spin. Keep healing Joseph. Keep stunning here. Pick up the mana remnants. Let's penance. Yeah, everybody's carrying something, so I can't even pick this up on Agrawal until the very end. Again, go for the healer first. I think we're on top of this for sure.
We shall not falter.
Unfortunately, a lot of it comes down to
The light is with us.
Oberon.
Time to go. Fire!
I stand for the light.
Stun here.
You have a target?
Just brew bomb him again. He's summoning these guys faster than I can kill them, unfortunately. Oh, God, I tabbed out. Oh, jeez. Okay, heal here. Why don't you also penance? Oh, my gosh. The rate at which he's spawning these things is a nightmare. The damage that Joseph's doing to the ones that are all around him, though, is incredible.
For the light.
Let's spin. Let's go ahead and stun here.
We shall not falter.
Let's penance Nameless. Let's heal here.
I'm here to help.
Let's quick save again, because he can keep summoning guys. And the question is, like, should I focus on... I don't know. Ah, look how fast... The rate at which he could summon these assholes is nuts. Maybe we just try to focus him down.
I stand for the light.
We were at a... it's gonna crash. Fuck, man. So, now this is where I guess we should be giving tea leaves to Sigismund so that he can just keep using spells.
Very well.
We're very close, that's for sure.
The light is with us.
Just focus on him and see if we can...
Not falter.
What? You got a level? Well, I'll just cut here because I know I'm going to have to quit after the crash anyway. Okay, so here's going to be the order we're going to do things. We're going to use all of our consumables that we've got, and then we're going to give mana items to Sigismund. We're going to stun him, and we're just going to burn him down. I think we're going to ignore the summons, just burn him down, because he's very close to death at this point. Right, so... do that. Stun him. Nameless. Heal yourself.
Shall not falter.
Heal Joseph. Stay on him. Spin. Just make sure you're hitting him. Throw the brew.
Light is with us.
Attack the brew. Oh, okay, we got him. Good. Okay, great. That was very close, but we got him.
For the light.
I don't think I have any other Oh, we should have used the flask. That would have been really useful. Necromantic Blade. Boosts the wielder's strength by 3, but decreases agility by 1. Actually sounds great for Nameless.
Justice shall be done.
I like all of my two-handed weapons right now. I think we would just give this to Nameless, because I care less about agility. I mean, we don't want to decrease agility on Sigismund, so it makes the most sense to give this to Nameless, I think.
He's there.
Versus Joseph, who... yeah, his is the critical strike. I think that's acceptable. Well, Nameless is a bigger damage range, but that's only because he's a level higher than Joseph.
I am here. Very wise. For the light.
Okay, neat. Well, we could take these and
Right.
put them in our
For the light.
backpack at least.
The light is with us.
So that we could sell them. I mean, this is the end, right? So it doesn't matter. But we have a better item for Agrawal, because he's the only one that can use staves.
Do not fear.
So that was close. We managed to get away with it without losing anybody, but again, it was close. And all those consumables that we had stacked up really did it for us. If we didn't have those, we probably would have lost a bunch of our guys, but probably finished them off regardless. I got to break all the crates. And then I think that's the end. I think we've done it. Can we even get out? No. It looks like we're just moving on. Again, I've thought about like where I would love to see the story of this campaign go, because I'm intrigued by the story, and I think if it was character-driven about the party that you've built, it could be really interesting. But again, it doesn't exist, unfortunately. You're done in, Wolfgang. You and your bandit friends. It's over. Damn you, Greenskin! The Imperial Divinity will not take this lightly. Expect quick and terrible vengeance. I still have friends in the capital, Wolfgang. I do not think your vengeance will be quite that swift. Now, your wounds are deep. If you want any hope of aid, it would be wise to talk. First, who am I? Why was I being held in the dungeon? Dimitri said he'd look in your records. Do you think I'd shuffle around the records to do you a favor? Dimitri knows those details. All I know is you were sent from the south. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. 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 So then, you knew the necromancer was among the bandits all along, of course. Why would their chieftain wield such powers, Why go through the trouble? Why else? Power. It was easier than you think, orc. Those strange charms that the bandits carried, they aided in the process. Not to mention the knowledge that was left in the dungeon ruins. Those ruins are from the old empire, and we all know the extent of that nation's magical prowess. But not me, the viewer! Well, I guess sort of. It's implied. If the undead were an inadvertent byproduct of the bandits' efforts to use necromancy, then the meat locker. A cheap way to feed the prisoners, as I was informed. Now, I've told you everything I know. Unfortunately for you, we are liars. You always spoke of sin, Leopold, but it is as you have committed the most heinous sins here. Get him, Joseph. Ah! I figured you wouldn't spare me. Do it then. The heavens have already condemned you all. Ah! Ah! Gladly. For my sons, and for Adelaide. Got him! It is done. No, Dimitri has escaped. He must have slipped away in the confusion of battle. I have to find him. Dimitri's probably the only clergyman left who knows why I was imprisoned. There is little left for us here. With the divinity driven from Aduin, the magistrate will undoubtedly be released and will retake his proper place in the government. Will you come, Sigismund, or do the people of Aduin need your help? I will join you, my nameless friend. The bandits are broken or slaughtered by our hands. The few that are left will no doubt flee, or the remaining militiamen will handle them. Dimitri must be brought to justice as well. Indeed, the justice of my sword, perhaps. If that is what is necessary, then so be it. I also have a duty to determine just how deep the divinity's corruption runs. I pray this episode was only limited to Aduin, but one cannot be too sure. What about you, Agramol? And Brun? The true necromancer is dead, but I've been considering the circumstances. This is hardly a place I wish to remain in. The humans will most likely refuse to accept me, and if I have the opportunity to travel south with you all, then I'll take it. I also have to uphold my end of the bargain. I'll inform you of the history of the Orcish race during our travels. South is still the direction I've got in mind to go in. Might as well keep with you. It's certainly interesting company. Well then, it's settled. We head south. To the capital, Ulms. No doubt that is where Dimitri is planning to seek refuge. He'll discover that aid will be hard to find. Ah, I still have many friends there. That's like the 4th time. Hey, I've got many friends in Ulms. And I suspect the setup of mission 2 is, hey, I've got friends in Ulms, but then you get there and they all hate you. Right then. I just need to get some ale for the trip. Ha ha! Oh, Brun. You kidder. But really, we should talk about your alcoholism. Well, tune in next time to see what happens when we get to Ulms. Just kidding. That's the end. I honestly see a lot of potential in the story of this campaign. Again, it's sad because it's over and it's going to crash. But I guess we can just sit on this screen while I do my little roundup, where I think the potential that I see is actually having like a real character-driven campaign. And I feel like a lot of campaigns try to like do some character building, and it's hard to do in real-time strategy, so I don't necessarily blame them for not doing a great job. But this is one where like the story of the campaign, the conspiracy is sort of the backdrop. And what could have happened is like the action was so prevalent and nonstop that your party was sort of brought together by a need to survive, and then as time goes on and like the threat lessens, then they all start sort of questioning like, why are we still hanging out together, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like Sigismund and Joseph had a reason in Adowin, and Nameless is trying to get answers, and Agrival's trying to not be persecuted basically and to clear his name, and then Brun, that's just sort of unexplained. And what I had mentioned this in an earlier episode, it'd be cool to like have one mission in the campaign that focused on each character. Like this one felt like Sigismund, or maybe Joseph, I guess, in retrospect. Like he wasn't in most of it, but maybe Joseph. And then like the next one in Ulms would be Sigismund, and then we get to the Dwarven capital and it's Brun. And we basically all sort of help each other and build relationships, and they each kind of get their own little personality. And like maybe some of them are more skeptical of staying with the group than others. And you can like build a story around that about like how the group becomes the group, as opposed to like, basically what happened in this mission is you just sort of pick up these party members and they're like, yeah, sure, let's go adventure. And that's kind of how it happens in every Warcraft 3 campaign that's an RPG. It's always just like, hey, this person will help you. But I feel like there could be a really cool story told about like why. Why do people care? Why do they care at all to help you besides being assigned by like the Overlord? Because like the whole idea is like Nameless's quest is a very personal one. He's trying to figure out who he is, what world does he live in, and I think that's really interesting. And like the fact that Sigismund helped him was simply because we were in Adowin, and et cetera, et cetera. And at the end, they kind of realized like, oh well, we've grown a bond together. And like Brun could be a really interesting one because he has this whole mission, he had no reason to be with us. He was just like, I'm going that direction. And instead he got sidetracked and, we're killing zombies and stuff. So, like, that could be explored a lot. And I'm really diving into this, like, way deeper than, honestly, I think this campaign deserves. But I'm just using it as an example, as a framework to kind of explain how I think other people could make RPG campaigns that actually have good stories, because like people like playing RPGs. That's the whole idea of Warcraft 3. It's like 50-50 RPG RTS. People enjoy that format. That's why it's such a popular game. But what it lacks, I find, a lot of the RPGs really lack interesting storytelling, to be honest. I think a lot of them try really hard and very few accomplish it. And because a lot of it, I think, is just like you always have like a party of heroes, and they're always just like, we're just friends. Oh, we have to stop the humans. We have to stop the undead, That's like the only motivation. But to like actually have a group, like the campaign story is actually built around why the group exists, and like the characters within the group would be way more interesting than the adventure that they're going on. You know, I think you could intertwine those things to make a much more interesting story. But anyway, again, that's neither here nor there, and that's less about Nameless per se. I just see the potential through this campaign for other campaigns to do it. And it's a shame that this was never completed because I liked the combat. The combat was different. The spells were all interesting. You know, some of them crashed, but that's because, well, one of them specifically crashed the game, and that's just because I think it's a versioning difference issue, most likely, but it very well could have been in the original version too. I don't know. But regardless, I had a good time with this. It's too bad it's over, but we'll move on to something new next time. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.